Yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, not doing a top 3 video. This time, talking about the defensive back positions, players I believe we should keep for the left cornerback, right cornerback, free safety, and strong safety. They kept 10 last year in the 2018 season, week 1, so I'm gonna be going with 10, 6 cornerbacks, 4 safety spots. That'll be 2 free safeties and 2 strong safeties. I will be doing that momentarily. Gonna get to it right now. Did videos for the quarterback, running backs, and wide receivers. Now going to the defensive side of the ball, doing defensive backs first. Maybe the next week I'll probably do the linebacking core or defensive line, something on the defensive side. I will definitely have that out next week. Gonna get to it right now. Before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this channel, share this video with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. Who should we keep for the defensive backs position, cornerback, and safety? All right, cornerback position. Let's talk about that first. I'm going to be doing left and right cornerback positions respectively. Right now, I'm going to be starting with the left quarterback position. The guy to start immediately is Richard Sherman, of course. He's the leader. He has the most experience at it. Pretty much any of these guys in the NFL in terms of years played in this league. He's won a Super Bowl. He's done it all pretty much for the Seattle Seahawks a couple of years ago. Last year in 2018, even coming off an Achilles injury, he was a pretty good cornerback in my opinion. So he definitely deserves the #1 spot for the left cornerback position. You got Kwan Williams, Tim Harris, and Alex Brown currently as backups to Sherman on that left side. Kwan's more of a nickel cornerback, so I guess you could put him on there. I'll definitely keep him as a cornerback. Tim Harris, Alex Brown. I don't know too much about Brown, but Harris, he is coming off the draft, the 7th rounder pick from Virginia, I think, or Virginia Tech. I forgot what school exactly, but Harris, he could be a nice little role player for that position. He's going to be coming back to the left cornerback position in a second. Right now, going to be talking about the right side. On CBS.com, they have Ahkello Witherspoon as a starter for week 1 come then. And you got Jason Verrett as the backup. Also, as reserves, you got Greg Mebe, Marcel Harris. That's kind of wrong right there. I think he is a strong safety more. That's what he primarily played last year when he came off his ACL surgery and started his debut against the Seattle Seahawks. He was a strong safety. And you got Emmanuel Mosley. I had to pick 6 guys from this quarterback list. Last year in 2018, they picked 6 cornerbacks for the whole squad come week 1. My guys, starters, I would definitely do Richard Sherman on the left. I would definitely do Jason Verrett on the right. People are wondering, why am I going to put Verrett over Witherspoon? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can agree with me. Verrett, he's more of a proven cornerback. He's an all-pro, Pro Bowler a couple of years ago. He can come back to that form, definitely, I believe so. If he can just come off from his serious Achilles injury, then everything will be all good. It is a serious injury to come back from, but hey, you got Richard Sherman coming back from that last year. He can probably get some experience, give some hands-on tips on how to come back from that kind of injury. I wouldn't be worried too much. He didn't play football, I don't think, at all last year. He'll be quote-unquote rested up a little bit. You got Sherman, Verrett on the left and right side respectively. Witherspoon could be a backup to Verrett on the cornerback position, although it can interchange for the most part. They want to start Witherspoon, they can start Witherspoon. They want to start Verrett, they can start Verrett. But for me personally, I would start Verrett week 1 against the Bucs. Witherspoon, he still has a lot to prove from his terrible 2018 campaign. I think having Verrett come into the 49ers, that's going to give him a lot of motivation to do well. Kwan Williams, I would keep him as a nickel cornerback and a backup to Richard, I guess. So that's 4 dudes right there. I got 2 more guys to pick for the quarterback position. Final guys I would pick is probably Tim Harris and Greg Mabine. Greg was kind of okay last year. He had some downers, but he had some okay moments. Tim Harris, he's a rookie. I think you should give him a chance, definitely. Even coming off a 7th rounder in the draft this year. Those are my 6 guys I would definitely go with. Jonte Johnson, I don't know if he's going to be with this team. I know he signed with the 49ers, but I don't know if he's going to be that type of guy that he's going to stay with this team. So I think I'm going to have him out for this whole cornerback position. To recap, Richard Sherman, Witherspoon, Verrett, Kwan Williams, Tim Harris, and Greg Mabine. There you go, 6 cornerbacks. I think that's a good starting lineup right there. Not in any particular order in this case. All right, the safety position. This is the more interesting part of this whole defensive back lineup. I have to pick 4 safeties, so that'll be 2 free safeties and 2 strong safeties. I think I have a pretty good idea on who I want to keep and who I want to let go for the most part in this whole safety position. So the following guys are on this team. For free safety, Jimmy Ward, Adrian Colbert, Antoine Exum, Tavarius Moore, and DJ Reed. Moore was a cornerback last year for the 49ers. Now he's going to his natural position at free safety. Strong safety, you got Jaquaski Tarr, Marcel Harris, Tyree Robinson, and Demetrius Fowles. I don't really know, but hey, whatever. 4 guys I think pick and keep or whatever. The first guy I would definitely keep starting strong safety, in my opinion, should be Tavarius Moore. I think they should give this guy an opportunity to start at the free safety position week 1. I think he's going to be really good for the 49ers. A lot of people have a lot of promise from his college career. Cornerback wasn't really that natural to him, so maybe if he switches over to free safety, have a little bit more free range to do a lot more things on the defense, that would be even more beneficial to him. For me personally, I'm going to have Moore coming in at the free safety position. The second guy I'm going to keep is Adrian Colbert for the backup position. Colbert, just like Witherspoon, he has a lot to prove. He had an even worse year than Witherspoon in terms of the defensive back position. He was rated one of the worst cornerbacks according to Pro Football Focus. He had a 158.3 passer rating, which is a perfect passer rating at any balls thrown at him. So, not good right there. For me personally, Colbert, I think he has potential. He had a lot of potential in 2017, maybe 2018, which is a shock or whatever. He got injured very early on in the season, I think around week 6 or 7. He definitely has a lot to prove, but I think in 2019 he can get out of his sophomore slump and have a pretty good productive year for the 49ers in 2019. Going with Tavarius Moore and Adrian Colbert as our man. Jimmy Ward, not the biggest fan of his. It's kind of funny because he liked one of my Instagram posts on a video release that I had, so I'll put a picture of it right now. Ward, as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of his. I would cut him, but there's probably no way that they would cut this man after giving this man a one-year $5 million extension. If you want to keep him, San Francisco, you can keep him. Not the biggest fan of him personally, but that's up to him. But for me personally, if I'm making this roster, if I'm constructing this roster the way it looks, I'm putting Moore and Colbert at the free safety position. Now the strong safety position, I got Jaquaski Tart, Marcel Harris, Robinson, and Fowles. I think that's a pretty good lineup right there. Who should I pick for the strong safety position? I actually don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, Harris, he's shown a lot of promise last year coming off his ACL surgery. He did really well for the most part in 2018. He did have a lot of missed tackles, but he made a lot of great plays. The most notable game he was really good at was against the Denver Broncos last year when they were trying to verge for a playoff spot. But fortunately for us, we ruined their chances at their spot at the playoffs. Harris had something to do with that. Tart, I don't know. He's been in and out of the starting lineup. I'm kind of concerned for him, to be honest with you. Is he going to be healthy fully for the 2019 season? Probably not. When you get injured that many times, it's hard to stay healthy. For me personally, if I was to start the strong safety position, I would actually give it to Harris. I love me some Tart. He makes some nice plays. He can hit hard, but the inconsistencies and the injuries, it just piles up, and I don't know if I can trust him to be a consistent starter for the 49ers, to be honest with you. Going to go with Harris to start at the strong safety position. For all these positions, you can kind of interchange or whatever, depending on what the 49ers want to do. Robert Salah, when he wants to do with his coverages, but for the most part, who I pick for the starters, I want them to start week 1 come September. Safety positions, free safety, I'm going to go with Tavarius Moore, giving him a chance, Adrian Colbert as the backup, and strong safety going to be going with Marcel Harris as a starter and Tart as the backup. It can rotate anytime during the game or after games or whatever. So yeah, that's all my list right there. Cornerbacks, safeties right there. Should I recap one more time? I'll do that. So I'm going to keep Richard Sherman, Kwan Williams, Ahkello Witherspoon, Jason Verrett, Greg Maybain, Tim Harris, Jaquaski Tart, Marcel Harris, Adrian Colbert, and Tavarius Moore. Those are the 10 guys I would keep for my defensive backs position, and doing that based on 2018 when they kept 10 defensive backs for week 1. That's my list right there, you guys. You guys can probably argue on who should be the starter and what have you, but these are the 10 guys I would keep no matter what come week 1, and whatever the roster, whatever the starters are, they can do whatever they want. These are the 10 guys I would love to keep come week 1 against the Bucs. Please let me know what the 49ers should do with the cornerback position and safety position. Please, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow on a Saturday evening. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Go Niners all day.